Welcome back, episode number 4, Spiritual Drip. My name is Shivroop, and our co-host,
Chandon,
hooking up the freshly acquired lanyard microphone so we don't have to swing the big boulder around anymore.
Big boulder, yeah.
Step at a time, right?
Dude, we're just trying to improve.
We're just trying to go with the flow, improve, It's a process. But
what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Good, hanging in there. Had to do a little work today. Did a little house wash and a window cleaning. Now I'm here, So not bad. So I was thinking about a good topic, and one thing that stuck out to me is what keeps me from being spiritually fit, and what are some I would say challenges throughout my day that separate me from my spiritual being and life and higher power. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you kick us off. What's your biggest challenges in life on a daily basis?
On a daily basis,
Yeah.
Now, I would say loving people that don't love me. That's. I've talked to some other people about it, and they say it's a difficult thing to go through. Not holding grudges is a hard thing for me. I'm a very grudge-based person. I like to hold on to the past and dwell in it, or as default, I don't like to be that way, but I am. Just hold on to memories or the past. Like even in my room, like I just got like shit from the past that I just kind of leave just because I want to remember it. But it has nothing to even give value to me in my life. I just kind of keep things. Collector. So that's one big challenge. How about you, man? What's your one big challenge? I'm trying to think of more, but I can't think of any.
It's all good. That's a good answer. My biggest challenges, a few things in life. Being practical in life, knowing my position in life, going with the flow, staying grateful, not chasing women, money, power, prestige. And one of the other challenges is keeping my spirituality, my well-being, and the higher power as my number one focus in life. I tend to drift off quite a bit, you know what I mean? And start focusing too much on myself. I have some character defects that are self-oriented. Selfishness, being self-centered, that sometimes I feel like the world and universe revolves around me, which it doesn't, So my biggest challenges is just staying out of my own self, staying out of my head, staying out of ego, and just going with the flow. That's my biggest challenges in life. Now, on the contrary, when I do go with the flow, I'm right-minded and I stay humble. I feel more spiritually inclined, and I feel more connected to life, more connected to a higher power. And my experiences as a result are way more richer. I step on less toes. People around me are happier. And able to absorb the quality of life way more, as to the opposite. Those are my biggest challenges.
So you're talking about when you're, helping other people, think of other people than yourself, you feel better in a sense.
Yeah, I do. Because I'm
like better about yourself or better about the world around you.
Yeah, more I stay out of my head and I keep the focus outwards. Not saying that I don't focus inwards to connect to my inner source, but when it comes to being self-seeking and everything about me, all that stuff about some of my character defects that draws too much attention to me, it becomes a challenge for me to focus on the outward of life. You know what I mean? So
I like that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that I just more I focus on somebody else or what I could do for this person, what I could contribute to life, more I'm out of my head, and my problems at that point become way less in appearance and reality too.
It starts with like the little things, right?
The little
like
things.
Opening doors for people.
Yeah.
Like, and then they say thank you. Like sometimes I used to just open doors and just for myself, Like,
no, I mean naturally, right? When I wake up, let's just keep it real. My first inclination is, what am I gonna get out of life? Right? Of course, life is to be enjoyed, right? For me, I'm supposed to expect stuff out of life too. If I'm living, I want to get as much experience as possible. But sometimes, in terms of me being a self-seeking, selfish person, that characteristic is amplified when I wake up and I try to grab as much. I want this much money from this client. I'm gonna take this much of this. I want most experiences for myself compared to when I wake up. What am I gonna provide to this day? What am I going to provide to this person? How could I get out of myself? And it's not something that I do out of just pure principle. I do it because it helps me. Me being kind of weird in the head, it helps me stay out of my mind.
We're all weird, yeah.
Stay out of my mind, and basically my significance shrinks. The more my significance shrinks in life, more of a spiritual experience I have with the outer aspect of life. So that's my biggest challenges, and I am far from being perfect. I'm far from that state of mind, that state of being. But I at least try to have that awareness to move in that direction. Eventually, I want to be that person where I'm selfless. Not egocentric and all about me, and then go from there,
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it. Keep the topic short. Anything else you want to add?
I mean, yeah. I guess like what I like and what I've learned recently from listening to other guys and like other podcasts and stuff is like, because I don't get all these ideas on my own. Like, I learn them from other people, right? Mm-hmm. And then I like to share them. And one thing that pointed out to me last Friday, so it'd be yesterday, was on this podcast, this guy was talking about to check up on your guys. The people that or you notice are struggling. Or maybe they're not and they don't even say anything, because those guys, like, we like to, brush things off. Oh, okay, we're okay, we're good. But then sometimes there's like, things underlying that are going on. So I've been trying to get out of myself in that way, like you were talking about, and check up on other people. Because I like to check up on myself all the time, like you said.
I hear that.
So that's one thing that it's a struggle to be able to pick up the phone, but it makes me feel better after I get off the phone. I'm like, okay, well, this person's good, maybe this person's not good. And if the person's not good, I usually try to ask, how can I help you? Or, is there a way I can help you? I try to lend out the hand, but before that, there's an internal thing where it's like, oh, I want to call, but then I don't, but then I probably should. Mm-hmm. So like, it's all about being conscious of, I should probably do the right thing. Mm-hmm. You know, like we have these devices for a reason, like not to get lost in them, but to connect with people.
Yeah.
And it's difficult because they're so like addicting, you know, to look at and yeah, that's another thing. Just like the little things to add. I think that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, since you brought this thing out, this thing is one of my biggest challenges. See this right here?
Yeah.
See this?
Piece of metal, plastic, and glass.
This piece of sophisticated device is very challenging because I tend to do too much social media and I sit there just scrolling, and then my mind is a whole different spot.
Yeah.
So what I'm diluting in my brain, sometimes too much, it just completely splatters a lot of junk across my conscious, you know?
Bro, I gotta send you over some podcasts, dude. That's what I've been going to.
So
and some other ones, yeah.
For me, it's like staying off my phone is a challenge because it becomes addicting, and whatever my conscious is consumed with is what I'm going to be identifying with, what I'm going to be thinking about. Now, I do notice when I shift my focus and concentration from watching a lot of junk on social media, unhealthy stuff, on the opposite of compared to watching something healthy, like what you're going to bring up, like a podcast about enhancing my spirituality, enhancing my whole being, you know, in the positive. I tend to not get fearful and uncomfortable while I'm scrolling and I'm watching these clips. I see myself feel more enlightened, especially when I go to sleep. Because when I'm going to sleep and I'm watching some crazy cartel movie, just people just blasting each other, setting people on fire, I wake up like real super fearful, you know, because my mind and my conscious just sitting there marinating on that content throughout the night. So by the time you're ready to wake up, you're in a different state of mind, you know. So that's my challenge, is not just at night, just throughout the day, kind of watch what I'm consuming.
Yeah.
What am I putting into my conscious, you know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
Yeah,
a lot of people won't talk about that. Like for me, the hardest part is like I don't even like the pictures, like double tap the pictures of like bikini models or whatever, right? Yeah. But then they pop up and I just can't stop scrolling or like going to their profile and shit. And then I'm like, what am I doing? I've been on this for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I just wasted another 20 minutes, so it's hard.
Dude, I'm guilty, difficult. Bro. I'm guilty.
It's like a tool, but it's also like a distraction.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are definitely some struggles for me. I'm glad we can relate on that one.
There you go.
Fire. It's fire, dude.
All right, that's it. Let's wrap this bad boy up. 1, 2, 3. Anything else you gotta add?
Oh yeah. If you guys like the podcast, please share it. If you don't like it, don't share it. Don't subscribe. But if you like it, subscribe.
Alright.
And yeah, we're gonna start a social media eventually.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out our social media and all that.
Yes.
But yeah, if you like it, share it. And if not, you know, hopefully we get you on the next one.
There it is. Anything else? That's it for the day, man.
That's it.
All right.
Peace. There we go. We got it.
He's all spiritual.
What's his name?
Johnny.
Johnny
boy. Spiritual Johnny.